In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NHL games happening on October 31st, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NHL games after fully watching this video. One thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Bruins versus Carolina Hurricanes. Two teams heading in entirely different directions will face off in an Eastern Conference matchup as the Carolina Hurricanes prepare to host the struggling Boston Bruins. The contrast in momentum between the teams is stark. The Bruins have stumbled out of the gate this season, while the Hurricanes have been on a hot streak, setting the stage for an exciting showdown on Carolina's home ice. The Boston Bruins are off to a rough start, having lost 4 of their last 5 games. This difficult stretch has left them among the bottom teams in the Eastern Conference, with their total points currently tied for the 3rd fewest. The Bruins have also struggled both offensively and defensively, as indicated by their goal differential of -12 through their first 10 games, which underscores their challenges on both ends of the ice. In contrast, the Hurricanes are thriving, having won 4 straight games and 6 of their last 7. Their strong performance has earned them a spot near the top of the Eastern Conference, where they are tied for the 3rd highest point total. With a goal differential of +8, the Hurricanes have excelled on both offense and defense. This game will mark their first encounter of the season with the Bruins, and they'll look to continue their strong form against a team that is struggling to find its footing. In this matchup, Boston's current form couldn't be more different from Carolina's. The Bruins have lost 4 of their last 5 games, and their offensive struggles are apparent. They have been shut out twice in their recent outings. Meanwhile, the Hurricanes enter this contest with a 4-game winning streak, and their consistent play on both ends of the rink has been evident since the start of the season. Carolina also had the upper hand against Boston last season, winning 2 of their 3 encounters. With Boston's offense faltering and Carolina's playing strong hockey, it's difficult to back the Bruins in this matchup, especially given Carolina's success on home ice. For these reasons, the Carolina Hurricanes money line is our full game side pick. The Hurricanes have been putting up impressive offensive numbers, scoring 4 goals in each of their last 3 games. Although the Bruins may find opportunities to score, their recent scoring drought could persist. In their last 4 games, Boston was shut out twice, highlighting their offensive struggles. They're unlikely to break out of this slump against a formidable Carolina defense, which currently ranks 3rd in the league for goals against per game. While the Hurricanes are likely to put up a solid offensive performance, their defense should be able to keep the Bruins at bay. With the Bruins' limited offensive production and Carolina's strong defensive play, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Kraken versus Toronto Maple Leafs. The Seattle Kraken, currently holding a record of 5-4-1, will be seeking their 2nd straight victory as they prepare to face off against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who also sit at 5-4-1 on Thursday night. This much-anticipated matchup will take place at Scotiabank Arena, the home venue for the Maple Leafs, where Toronto has generally performed well this season. In their most recent game, the Kraken delivered an impressive 8-2 blowout against the Montreal Canadiens, showcasing an explosive offensive display. The Maple Leafs also head into this game with momentum, coming off a 6-4 win over the Winnipeg Jets. Notably, Toronto has historically had success against Seattle, boasting a strong record of 5-1-0 in their 6 meetings to date. This game sets up favorably for the Maple Leafs. While Toronto's recent performances have been somewhat inconsistent, their victory over Winnipeg could be the spark they need to regain form. The Maple Leafs' offense showed signs of coming together in that game, which has been an area of concern for them. Seattle, despite its recent dominant win over Montreal, faces a different level of challenge here, as Toronto's defense and goaltending have shown strength, especially on home ice. Although there are times when the Maple Leafs may seem slightly overpriced in the betting market, their solid record at home and historical success against the Kraken make this an attractive opportunity. While Seattle has proven to be a competitive team, Toronto's skill and depth could give them the edge. Thus, the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. In terms of scoring trends, recent games have shown a tendency toward higher scoring outcomes. The Kraken have played over the total in 2 of their last 3 road games, while the Maple Leafs have exceeded the total in 4 of their last 5 contests. Seattle is currently averaging 3.5 goals per game and has been efficient on special teams, with a 33% power play conversion rate over their last 3 matchups. Toronto, on the other hand, has faced challenges on special teams lately and has conceded at least 4 goals in each of their last 4 games. Offensively, the Maple Leafs are averaging 3.2 goals per game and have consistently scored at least 3 goals in their previous 3 meetings with the Kraken. Defensively, Seattle has struggled, allowing 10 goals across their last 3 games. Both teams' goaltending has shown vulnerabilities this season, which could lead to a higher scoring matchup. Toronto's offense is capable of producing goals quickly, while Seattle demonstrated its offensive potential against Montreal. This suggests that the over on the total is a favorable pick, especially at plus 100 odds. Currently, Seattle holds a 5-5 record in hitting the over this season, while Toronto stands at 5-4-1 in this respect. Although these teams have been somewhat unpredictable early on, if goalies Philip Grubauer and Joseph Woll are in net, this game could easily tilt toward a high-scoring outcome. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Blues versus Philadelphia Flyers. This matchup brings an interconference showdown to the ice as 2 teams, each looking to gain some momentum, face off in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. The St. Louis Blues will hit the road to square off against the Philadelphia Flyers on Thursday night. Coming off a tough 8-1 loss on the road to Ottawa in their last game on Tuesday, St. Louis is eager to bounce back. Philadelphia, on the other hand, managed to secure a solid 2-0 win on the road against Boston in their own Tuesday night game, which they hope will mark a shift in their recent play. Historically, these 2 teams have been evenly matched in their last 10 meetings, each winning 5 games, including one decided in either overtime or a shootout. Notably, the Blues clinched a 2-1 shootout victory in their last head-to-head matchup on March 4, 2024, which also took place on Philadelphia's home ice. Philadelphia's win in Boston could be viewed as a bit of an outlier rather than a turning point in their season. Prior to this win, the Flyers had been struggling significantly, losing 7 of their last 8 games. Despite recent challenges, I see promise in St. Louis' potential to perform well, especially given their ability to pull off strong performances on the road, evidenced by their 3-3 record in away games. Although Thomas, Torrey Krug, and Kapanen are sidelined indefinitely, the Blues have shown they can still be a threat, so the St. Louis Blues money line is our full game side pick. Going into Wednesday's game slate, St. Louis has generally seen their games trend toward higher scores, holding a 5-4-1 record on the over this season. The Blues games this season have averaged around 6.1 goals per game, with that figure jumping to an average of 7.17 goals when they are on the road. Philadelphia has also leaned toward high-scoring contests, with the over hitting in 6 of their 10 games so far this season, averaging 6.8 goals per game across all matchups and a slightly lower 6.75 goals per game on their home ice. Both teams have hit the over in the majority of their games this season, and 4 of their last 5 matchups against each other have also produced 6 or more goals. Adding to this potential for high scores, both teams possess below average penalty kills, and Philadelphia has been one of the most penalized teams, which could give St. Louis additional power play opportunities. With inconsistent goaltending on both ends and plenty of scoring potential, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Blackhawks versus San Jose Sharks. The Chicago Blackhawks, currently holding a record of 3-6-1, have had the kind of slow start to the season that many anticipated. However, one promising aspect of their campaign so far has been the consistent improvement in star power of their top young player. His ability to rise to the occasion is keeping fans optimistic, fueling hope that this historic Original Six franchise has a bright future ahead. On Thursday, the Blackhawks are set to face off against the San Jose Sharks, who hold a 2-7-2 record. While the Sharks struggled early in the season, they have finally secured a victory, giving this young team a spark of momentum. With the pieces slowly beginning to align, the Sharks' youthful roster seems to be finding a rhythm, suggesting that they could pose a solid challenge for any team they meet on home ice. The Sharks appear to be one of the league's weakest teams, and they've already suffered a loss to the Blackhawks this season. While Chicago might seem like the favorite on paper, it's worth noting that the gap in skill and performance between these two teams isn't substantial. Although Chicago could be seen as the stronger side, it's not entirely convincing to back them in a favored role given given their own struggles. The Sharks are coming off a series of surprise wins as significant underdogs, which gives them reason to believe they can put up a strong showing at home. Considering these factors, the San Jose Sharks money line is our full game side picked. Both of these teams have respectable goaltending tandems, but it's their offenses that will likely dictate the outcome in this matchup. Historically, games between the Blackhawks and Sharks have seen high-scoring results, with the over hitting in 6 of their last 10 meetings. 7 of those games featured 6 or more combined goals. The Blackhawks have hit the over in 4 out of their last 10 games, allowing an average of 3 goals per game in 6 road matchups. Meanwhile, the Sharks have gone 3-5-2 on the over in the same period, with a season average of over 4.5 goals allowed per game. Expect this contest to spotlight the young offensive talent on both teams. In their most recent meeting on October 17th, Chicago and San Jose combined for a total of 6 goals. Both teams have had difficulty defending in the early weeks of the season, particularly San Jose, which has allowed a staggering 13 goals over its last 3 games. For Chicago, 5 of their last 6 games have seen 6 or more goals scored. The struggles in net for both teams are apparent, with Chicago's save percentage ranking 17th in the league at .887, and San Jose is even lower at 28th with a .876 save percentage. Given these statistics, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.